Turkish President Abdullah Gül and UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon opened the most important development conference of the year on Monday, the fourth UN conference on least developed countries in Istanbul, expressing strong commitments for a new 10-year program of action to pull the world's 48 poorest nations out of poverty through economic reform, calling on government leaders and the private sector to bridge investment opportunities focusing on trade and harnessing domestic resources.
If we do not achieve success for the LDCs, we will not be able to achieve the target of MDG goals by 2015. Therefore, we must be successful. We must have a very ambitious target from this Istanbul conference.
But here I am hopeful that something good will come out through this conference, and our expectation is very high. All the LDCs countries, they have their expectation that something positive should come out and it should be done. But I feel that all the developed countries should come forward to assist LDCs.
LDCs account for 13% of the world's population, but receive only about 1% of global economic output, representing nearly 1 billion people who live on less than $1 per day. However, hope lies in the rich and vast natural resources and large young populations of many least developed countries, which allows for great economic trade development and human resource power. 33 LDCs lie in Africa alone, along with 14 in Asia and Oceania, and 1, Haiti, in the Western Hemisphere.
We'll do business differently, as we always say. We are tired of two talk shops, and we hope that this is not going to be a talk shop this time, that we'll indeed have commitment. I don't want excuses to say, oh, the global economy has gone down. We all know that. But we are all part of this world, and we have to revive that economy. And like previous speakers have said, even Ban Ki-moon himself and other speakers, that we are not asking for charity. All we are asking for is to be incorporated in the development process. It's a give and take process. You strengthen us in the LDCs, you strengthen yourselves in the DCs.
I think that this summit here in Istanbul, if held, should bring an added value for the LDCs, because we have the MDG program for all the developing countries. But if we do something special for the LDCs, there should be also an added value. I think that it has to be at the level of job creation, of investment, and of trade. And this can be done in the North-North, North-South relation, but also in the South-South relation.
Over 40 heads of state and government, 24 chiefs of UN and international agencies, along with countless heads of leading NGOs and civil society, have arrived in Istanbul to foster negotiations and mechanisms that would provide long-term economic recovery to reduce poverty, hunger, and disease in the world's poorest populations. As a mechanism to review global, national, and regional outcomes of LDC4, Turkey will hold a midterm review conference in 2015 to be held once again in Istanbul. Afaf Kanja for South South News, Istanbul, Turkey.